What's up everybody, Ezel Senpai here with a deck profile update. So this video has been very delayed. I don't know, for some reason Bushiroad kinda was delayed over here on the west coast. With with Revival Collection and a few other things. So I'm gonna jump right into it. We did get our new cards, so this is the updated Ezel deck profile. As you guys can tell, the quality is infinitely better than it was before. I picked up a tripod for my phone, and I'm recording on my phone. So the quality is just amazing. So for this build, this also counts as the budget build too, outside of the strides, because of how cheap some of the cards are. So we're playing for Grand Ezel. He's the base grade 3 that we want to have. He is our main grade 3 we want to have and want to sit on. Good for your Link Joker counters. Just overall, a really good card. Then we're playing for Ravenhaired Ezel. Ravenhaired Ezel is a new card from Revival Collection. When you ride on top of a grade 3 Ezel at break 5, ultimate break, it gains 10,000 power. And until the end of the turn, your opponent can only guard with grade 1s from the hand. They're still able to G-guard, but this guard restriction is very unique. And so Ezels now have a potential, more of a potential to end the game with a guard restrict skill, which is something that we've needed for a long time. I'm still playtesting it. I haven't exactly figured out the numbers. I think 4 and 4 is good to start with. But, we can always go on from there. For the grade 2s, we're playing 4 Wonder Ezel, 3 Bad Demigus. It's gonna autofocus, so 3 Pwills and 1 Blaster Blade Spirit. The grade 2 lineup really didn't change at all, but I'm still playtesting it. I think what I'm gonna end up doing is dropping Blaster Blade Spirit and 1 Pwill for something with an on hit. Counter boss in this deck isn't too much of a worry for me, so I think I can afford to put in something to add a bit more pressure to. Wonder Ezel's there because, well, I'll just talk about it real quick. Wonder Ezel's really cool, especially like when you're at 5 damage and you're not able to stride. So let's say you're on Scissors, for example. You're at 5 damage and you draw into Wonder Ezel. It's like, alright, cool. I'll activate the skill. I will search out in Superior Ride Ravenhaired Ezel from the deck. Plus 5,000 power. The skill activates plus 10 and the guard restrict activates. So that's also a combo to keep in mind too, if you can't stride. Next we'll go on to the grade 1s. My grade 1s really haven't changed. Honestly, this deck has not changed since the last video, minus the Ravens. So we're running 4G Perfects, 4 Stride Fodder, 3 Howls, and 2 Jeffrey. Jeffrey's still really good. The draw power really comes in handy. Yeah, I know Horsa can add the power to it, but you really have to be more committed to it. If I were to go with the horses, I'd go with 4 Horsa, 2 Howl, or Howl, however you want to pronounce it. Howell. But I feel the draw power is a bit more important, and the fact that it goes into the soul really helps for push later in the game. Alright. Really nothing else is completely different, we still have, I changed the trigger lineup a little bit. Starter's still the same. We're back to 8 crits now. We're running 2 Jerry like before, and now 2 Catch Skull, and then the 4 heals. So from what I've been playtesting with, and I've been playtesting against Gear Chronicle because Gear Chronicle is still decent until, let's say, 28th? Yeah, they're still good for another couple days. But even then, I playtested against my friend who fixed his deck up for the new list for the restriction list. And Kestrel is just a pro. My buddy's playing. He's playing Tiger mainly. Well, no, he has a Tiger Technin, which he somehow gets off every game. He also plays cards that send cards back to the deck, and you're able to call cards that are grade -2, grade -1. So Kestrel comes in handy, especially for when it's like, oh hey, I'm gonna call Steam Knight Caliban. Let's send your grade 2 back. Okay, Kestrel skill, call it back. Kestrel is just a good card to be a troll with, I guess. Now we'll go into the strides. I did update the strides fairly recently. I'm still playtesting it. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to go, but it should be fine. So, standard, we get your Grand Ezel. You've got Glorious Reigning Dragons. Got your Gerduit. What I'm testing out, since I can afford the Counterblast now, Spear Cross Dragon. And the G-Guards haven't changed. So, Stru and the 3 Slimy Flyers. Now, Spearcross, I wouldn't normally run him. I really wouldn't. But since this deck does have a lot of countercharging to it, what the hell? And it kind of sets up for later in the game when you go to Glorious Reigning Dragon, which is always good, because Glorious Reigning Dragon or Gerduit is going to be your end game. Unless somehow, your opponent's not really able to counter you at all, then you just end the game with Mithril. Alright. So let me go into some combos here real quick. One of the main strategies for this particular build is to use Glorious Reigning Dragon in combo with... no, not those. What this? Alright. So the scenario would be you're on Grand Ezel or you're already sitting on Raven. What you want to do is if you're in the final push, you're at 5 damage, and you're able to stride, and you have Raven in your hand, you'd ride, activate the skill, so now that Guard Restrict's now active, you stride to Glorious Reigning. Now, you want to use Glorious Reigning after you've used, like, a set of Ravens, or a set of Mithril, so Mithril once, or anything else in between. You want to make sure you want to get a full field afterwards. So then you call out 2 random units to activate the Unite skill, for example. So you attack with the rear guards first. The Guard Restrict's still active. Attack with Glorious, use the skill, put these back. Hopefully by that time you'll already have 5 or more face up, so you can essentially call out a full field. And get that counter charge going too. If you're really low on open damage, you can still use Glorious Reigning Dragon skill on combo with these as well to countercharge 3, soul charge 3. So your opponent's facing down between 3 to 5 attacks or more. 3 to 5 plus attacks with Glorious Reigning Dragon and with a guard restriction of only grade 1s or G-Guards. So this deck does provide a lot of pressure now. There's not really much I can say about it. I'm still playtesting it, but for what I've tested, it's really good. I really like it. Now, the reason I would say this is a budget build now, outside of the strides, Grand Ezel got reprinted in Revival Collection. I liked my original ones. But I did buy 2 sets of Grand Ezel, so I can play around and build a different deck. Alright, so that is the deck profile updates. This is your budget build update as well, outside of strides. It's up to you. And, yeah, I'll post a new video here eventually soon. I'm going to try to do weekly videos on Fridays. Mainly Saturdays. We'll see how things go. Alright, guys. Peace out and stay humble.